Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger, and this is your energy forecast for today, Thursday, July 17th, 2014. I had to look down and check the date. I actually have a clock right behind me, but it cuts the date off right in half, so I can hardly see it. And it's a big clock. The time's there and the temperature. So thank you, as always, for watching, posting, retweeting, subscribing. That all just builds the energy and momentum of this channel and the work that I do and allow Spirit to do through me, to you, for you. So all that being said, so today is number 17. 17 is our star card, which is just a little bit of glimmering hope after that tower energy we had. Some of you felt it. Some of you echoed loss. Some of you echoed just frustration and shift and change. I know yesterday evening, trying to think where I was. Yesterday, probably like at 5:30, 6 o'clock, just overwhelming sense of heartache and tears. So you don't know who or where, what was going on. Had another little moment, a private moment with some people wondering where somebody was. They weren't sure if they, what happened to them. It was a brief, 30, 40 minutes of someone just kind of being missing. But, with that tower energy, it probably overwhelmed that person in just thought and feeling. So 17 boils down to number 8, which is our strength card. So rely on that strength. Rely on that infinity energy that the number 8 brings you, that Celtic weave, if you will. And that just going. Add up all the numbers on today, and you're going to get the number 22, which is a master number. Extremely powerful, a great time to manifest and create some things. And 22 also boils down to number 4. And 22 within our Lenormand cards, because I've been liking using that, is the crossroads, which is what we got yesterday. So that energy is echoed again today. And then 4 is our emperor. So there's that very dominant masculine energy, but also has that feminine passive side that will just sit there and allow things to happen and not, force things to happen. I pulled 3 of Cups for today. Last Sunday when I did the week-long spread, 3 of Cups is all about party and fun and having a good time, kicking your heels up. It feels like, a joyous celebration. So after yesterday, kick your heels up, celebrate, enjoy. And for those of you who are still kind of feeling the hit from the wave or the sucker punch, take hope in this 3 of Cups that you will be able to celebrate this as a growth, as a catalyst. Looking back on any moment in your life where you made a big, big turn, a big choice to change and shift, a big crossroads, and then you can look back and see what an amazing moment it was. So rely on that. All right, diving into our cards for today. Lenormand first, Tarot second, and Oracle third. So if you're doing the development, go ahead and stop and write down what you think about the Lenormand, which is going to be 20, which is the garden card. This card is typically about gatherings of people, social events, public events, party, gathering. I pretty much said it all. And number 20 is 2, which is a nice number. It's our High Priestess. It's also 8 of Swords or 8 of Spades, which can be a little bit of worry. So, it's a lot of people. There's a lot of mental energy going on. But this is definitely about a gathering, a party, an event. What does Tarot have to say about this gathering event and the other energy of today? And that is Ace of Coins. So feels like there could be a brand new start within the family, resources, home, money, finances. Might go to a job fair today. You might go to a party and network and get a job. This might be a place where you meet somebody and make a new relationship. What level that goes to, I don't know. It doesn't feel like love of sorts here today, but it can always be something along those nature, those lines. Yeah. FYI, I'm thinking of trimming it down a little bit. Getting itchy. So Oracle card next. And that card for today is this beautiful one, which we had recently. This is the number 12. 12 boils down to 3. 12 is our Hangman. 3 is our Empress. And I love that this echoes the Empress of birth's beginning. And this is about that kind of, looking into that life forming inside, creation. And like I said, we did have this before. So let me go ahead and read what Chiro said about this card. And it is wonder of creation, protection, destiny. Jean-Paul Richter said, the guardian angel of life fly the guardian angels of life fly so high as to be beyond our sight, but they are always looking down upon us. So your angels are in and around your lives. Make sure you connect with them. Make sure you ask them for help. If you need healing, just say, Raphael, help me, heal me. If you got mechanical issues, Michael. I tell you, people forget that one. That's a beautiful one. Fountain out back, car trouble, air condition trouble, washer dryer trouble. I was like, all right, Michael, please, if you can just repair this without me having to spend the $60 to get the home warranty people here do it. Boom, done. It's happened. I'm not lying to you. So fate and destiny will play their part. The chakras and astrological zodiacs orbit the central sphere, suggesting the role they will play in the future life you see on this card. But this wondrous mechanism is also human-made, a grand part of how this life will be lived. And what it will achieve will not be predetermined by fate alone, but by free will and choice. Not by fate alone, but by free will and choice. So I like the fact that there is some aspect of fate and destiny, but also free will and choice all combined in there. And you know what? I did not plan what my my development was going to be today. So I'm grabbing my trusty little book here. Let's see. Wow. You know what? I almost feel like there's not supposed to be one today since I didn't do it. And I know about 5 of you are going to go, what? No development. But, I will say this. Spirit just shared this with me. When you're doing this development, so all that being said, I think we got our cards down, right? So let me stop here because, boy, I'm all over the place. So in this social gathering, this Ace of Coins and this, kind of birth and destiny card definitely feels like there's going to be some colliding of universes in a good way. You being a universe and somebody else, and a nice meetup. And again, 3 of Cups echoes that it's a party too. So party and celebration coming up. So development. Be willing to be wrong. Whatever you do, you've got to start understanding the information you get is right, how you interpret it, how you deliver it. That may be where you need to kind of learn and grow. People often will say, oh, on social media, oh, I wish I had your gift. And of course, I've already discussed, I don't call it a gift, I call it an ability, because I feel like everybody has the ability to do psychic, medium, metaphysical, divination work. You just have to exercise it just like any other muscle, just like any other ability or talent that you may have. Gift makes it sound special. I just don't believe I or any other psychic and mediums are special. I think we're all interconnected, blah, 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 blah. All the same, all one. So that being said, be willing to be wrong, because sometimes it's our human side getting in the way. And once you can finally get out of the way and just let it fly and not worry where it lands, that's a beautiful place to be, because then throughout your day, you start incorporating that into your life. Oh, let me go to this store. Oh, and all of a sudden traffic slows you down. And you're like, well, rather than getting angry or mad that traffic is slowing down, you pause and you go, what's around me? What can I learn? Let me read the energy of this situation. Is there, I'm sure we've all had those moments like, if I didn't get slowed down in traffic, I could have been in that wreck up there. These are things you never, ever, ever know. Like that movie Sliding Doors, any movie that has like parallel lives or different areas of your life. So just trust what you get. Be mindful and careful who you share with, in the sense of you don't want people who you're not comfortable with, or who are going to poo-poo this, or who are going to say you're crazy, that's the devil word, blah, blah, blah. So find those people, even if it's in Facebook. There are so many Facebook pages and private groups and secret groups that you can connect with. Just look at some of the ones where I post my video on, and you'll see some of them, or just private message me and I can tell you where to go. But also, do your own homework. Again, this is something that I don't want to say it irks me, but I'm very conscious of this, because it's part of accepting responsibility for yourself. Someone will say to me, oh, where are you from? And my initial human response is, well, go look at my bio and you'll see it. But it's like people don't want to do the work for themselves. And, not that it's a bad thing to ask somebody, where are you from? But what you can do is click on About on Facebook and see where they're from. If people don't share it, then chances are they don't want to. Then that's when you can say, I noticed you don't share where you're from. Do you with me? will you let me know what part of the world you're in? But do the work yourself. If you got a complaint or you need to check your bill, rather than calling a human and saying, can you tell me how much my bill is? Learn how to, go online yourself and do it and research it. That's taking responsibility, and that's stepping out of victimhood. And that's going to enhance all your development and your intuitive nature and your psychic and your mediumship work as well. Because no one's going to be able to do that for you. That you've got to trust and do on your own. So message of today, not with the cards, but step up and do the work yourself, because A, it's going to be more gratifying. B, you're never going to forget it when you learn how to do it. And this all goes back to a scripture that I resonate with so strongly, and that is, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And that's, as a teacher, that would be my mission statement. It is my mission statement. I've said it before. I am teaching you how to fish. You know what? And sometimes it may be a little harsh, but here's the pot, here's the rod, here's the bait. Well, where do I go fish? Go try that lake, try that lake, try that lake. Go do the work yourself. Catch the fish yourself. You're not going to starve today. So I'm teaching you how to fish. Go out there and fish. Have an amazing day. Check out my website, intuitivemessenger.org. The animal spread is still there. It'll be up at least to the end of the month, because it has become a very popular one. Actually, that's always going to be up. The price may go up just a smidge, maybe $5, because I want to keep that one very affordable for the animals and them. So have an amazing day. Talk to you tomorrow, Sunday, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard. I'm on Over the Rainbow, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Excuse me, I hope you didn't hear that burp because it was deep in my throat. 7 p.m. I'll be on Blog Talk Radio, Cosmic Caffeine, our show. I'm kind of booked for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So if you need an in-person or in-phone reading, it may be a little bit, because on July 26th, I'm in Kissimmee. That's where you can get an in-person reading. Kissimmee, Florida, New World Wellness Yoga Studio and Mr. School. You can check all those things out on my Facebook page under events. If you don't have a Facebook account, you don't need one. You can just search it on your Internet Explorer or your Google, and just go to Intuitive Messenger and events and find my stuff there. You don't have to have a Facebook page. So all that being said, dang, my hair looks good today. I washed it. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.